Go on Bitcoin's chart and check all the times we had weekend pumps in 2023. You don't have to go even further than 2023. Look at what happened. Those weekend pumps were actually those weekend pumps were around, in and around, if not the beginning of major moves to the upside. So whenever we had major moves to the upside in Bitcoin in 2023, you usually started with a weekend pump. Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is October 6th, 2023, and this is a special weekend edition because I believe, based off what I'm seeing in the charts, that we are going to get a rare weekend pump. Guys, I have 3 different factors indicating this rare weekend pump. If that sounds interesting to you, then watch until the very end. Let's get started with Bitcoin. Okay, I'm on the hourly time frame. Each bar, each candlestick is an hour's worth of trading. And we got a really important move today off of this 100-day resistance turn support, okay? Like I said in last episode, the breakout of this 100-day resistance and retest was exactly what we were looking for. Everything after that is simply consolidative, right? It's like the consolidation before the move up. Okay, so all of this right here is consolidative. Okay, and if I'm reading it now, hindsight is 2020, but I'm reading one pair of AB basing, 2 pairs of AB basing, 3 pairs of AB basing. I'm reading a completed sort of AB base, right? 2 degrees of AB basing in a pivot, or 3 pairs of AB bases, a complete consolidation for a resulting impulse, okay? So I'm reading this move where we came back to the scene of the crime, back to that 100-day resistance turn support, and it immediately showed strength. We showed great strength. This is very important, okay? Because a lot of people who may be bearish are looking at this and saying, well, we're spending way too much time here. If that were true, you do not get such a strong move off of the support line. Okay, you don't do it, with like multiple hourly candles going to the upside. No, you don't do that. This, to me, is the impulse, okay? And so when we're in impulsive price action, you stay in impulsive price action. That is the important bit, okay? You stay in impulsive price action until you reach a major resistance, and then you correct, and then you go again, okay? We are, as I read the chart, in impulsive price action. So weekend or not, we're going to continue to go up. Obviously, we may have some intra-wave consolidation. Whoops. Let's there. Whoops. We may have some intra-wave consolidation, right? But we're going to continue to go up. So that's one of the reasons I'm reading, based off this hourly chart of Bitcoin's price action, that we're going to continue to go up, albeit on a weekend where we don't typically see a move. Okay, second reason is the all-important US dollar currency index chart. Now, the US dollar currency index is not currently trading because it's the weekend. We all know that trading goes Monday through Friday, right? And even in Monday through Friday, right, the market closes at around 5:30, opens back up at 7. But we won't get the US dollar currency index trading again until Sunday evening, New York time. Nevertheless, this is very important, okay? You've got a confirmed rounded top here. Remember, rounded extremities mean tops and bottoms, okay? Rounded tops mean tops. Rounded bottoms mean bottoms, okay? And you can see very clearly, as I showed, the rounded top. You can see 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries. Okay, that's when you think of corrective price action, always think in terms of threes. Okay, Ralph Nelson Elliott said ABC or WXY, right? I think WXY and WXYXZ came after, kind of in development of his theory. In any case, he introduced to us the theory of counting correction in threes. Okay, so we're gonna look at another example of this in a moment on the next chart. So keep that in mind. But every corrective pattern comes in 3. Okay? So again, you try to make a high once, you fail. Twice, you fail. 3 times, you fail. 3 times a charm, you're going down. Okay? And that's your rounded top that you form. That's the top of the market right here. Okay? And zooming out just to get a little more context. Actually, zoom out a little more. Get this context right here. Look at this on the weekly chart. Look at what the US dollar currency index did on the weekly chart, okay? You came down impulsively, right? And then you went up 1, 2, 3. This entire thing is what you can call a WXY, right? I want to call it a WXY and not an ABC because this is compounded. This X wave is 1, 2, 3, right? It's comprised of 3 in and of itself. So I want to call this WXY, or you can call it ABC. It doesn't really matter. But it's a 3-wave move, and it comes between the 0.5 and the 0.618 of the preceding impulse. Guys, that means in Elliott wave parlance, or in layman's terms, we're dealing with a zigzag. Okay, a zigzag is an ABC correction. And that's what we were talking about before. Look at our momentum indicator. It's showing us exactly that. It means we've topped out, even though we made a high, and this is not a higher high. Look at the momentum indicator. It's completely topped out. That means we're coming back down. Okay, that means you can expect another such leg. Okay, this right here, you can expect that here. That's that end of the year pump. Okay, and look, I'm going to show you something. I haven't used this tool in a while, so bear with me. I'm going to try and find it. Let's see. Haven't used it in a long time. Here it is. Ghost feed. Okay? This is like really cool. If you haven't seen this, look at this. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Sorry. Is it ghost feed? It's not ghost feed. It's forecast. Damn, guys, it's been so long. Maybe it's the bars pattern. Bars pattern. I'm gonna try this right here. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, so basically, goodness, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to. Do you see? I took the pattern there, and so typically what you get when you're looking at these zigzags is you get 1 to 1 to 1 or 1 to 1, right? So you get an A, B, C, and A is typically the same size as C, but it doesn't always have to be. This is a bit off. Let's redraw that. Something like this, right? A can be 1 to 1 with C, or 1 to 1, 2, 3, 6 of C. So basically A's 1 and C is 1, 2, 3, 6, something like that. So if you take your ghost pattern or whatever the bars, whatever this tool is called, the bars pattern, right? And you just take the cutout of this and you superimpose it there, you can see more or less we get the target around here. And that target has been in for months and months and months. In any case, you get the point. This is the end of the year pump right here. This is not just crypto, but equities, stocks going up for the end of the year because the US dollar currency index is coming down. As we all know, they're inversely correlated, right? Risk on assets are inversely correlated with the US dollar currency index. So on a high time frame, do expect continued downside on the US dollar currency index, okay? So that is on the smaller time frame, right? Another reason I'm expecting a weekend pump. obviously on the weekly time frame, we're not going to say, yeah, because we're looking at a downtrend on the weekly time frame, we're going to get a weekend pump. No, I feel like we're going to get a weekend pump because if you go on the really small time frames, what do you see? You see that you've put in, once again, 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries, you failed. You're going to get a continuation of this move to the downside because that is your impulse right here. So Sunday evening, do expect a continued move to the downside, even if it starts, trading starts off, pre-trading starts off with a little move to the upside. The subsequent move, the bigger move, is going to be to the downside. Okay, so that's the second reason. The third and last reason why I'm expecting a weekend pump is Bitcoin dominance. This chart is, I would say, neglected by most analysts. This is an excellent indicator as to whether the market will go up or not, okay? In corrective price action, this doesn't tell you much. When everything's correcting, Bitcoin's correcting, going sideways, altcoins correcting, going sideways, it doesn't tell you that much. But in proper impulse, either to the upside or the downside, it tells you loads, heaps, as my Australian friends would say. It tells you a ton. And what do we see here? Same deal. Again, 3 tries a charm. Third time's a charm. That's what I meant to say. 3rd time's a charm. Okay, here. You tried this right here, a break of structure. That's your first. The counter. Break of structure. Okay? Right here. That's the second break of structure. Counter. 3rd break of structure. And you go down. Okay? 3 tries, and that is the extent of your corrective consolidation. Okay, so I'm looking at this as a corrective consolidation with 3 breaks to the downside. I expect Bitcoin dominance to continue to the downside and eventually break this channel to the downside. Okay, when I'm looking on the hourly time frame at my momentum indicators, that's telling me that yes, indeed, Bitcoin dominance is looking to come down. Look at the 4-hourly time frame. You see that? Look at the momentum indicator on the 4-hourly time frame. It's cross bearish and it's coming down. It's in no man's land. That's coming down. Okay? And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, for those of you who may not know, if Bitcoin dominance is going down, that essentially means that altcoins are gaining against Bitcoin. The only way that altcoins gain against Bitcoin if the entire crypto market is going up. And if the entire market is going up, altcoins that are lower market cap than Bitcoin, right? They're, sometimes fractions of Bitcoin's market capitalization, they're going to move faster. They're smaller, they're more agile. They're going to move faster than the tanker, than the, the big ocean vessel that Bitcoin is, that's going to take some time to move. Okay, that is why I believe we're going to get a move up, because you're seeing Bitcoin dominance at resistance. Okay, this is resistance. If you look at all this, right, clearly you're at resistance. And on the smaller time frames, we saw 3 breaks of structure, meaning a distribution to the downside. Our daily momentum indicators also telling us you should expect downside momentum. So that to me says we're likely in for a rare weekend pump. Okay, and also I'm not going to show this because I want to keep these a little shorter, but if you are interested in furthering this sort of theory, furthering this thesis, go on Bitcoin's chart and check all the times we had weekend pumps in 2023. You don't have to go even further than 2023. Look at what happened. Those weekend pumps were actually were around, in and around, if not the beginning of major moves to the upside. So whenever we had major moves to the upside in Bitcoin in 2023, you usually started with a weekend pump. Okay, even though we don't pump to the weekends that often, when we do pump on the weekend, it's an important pump. Very important. It's not some corrective move. It's part and parcel of an impulsive move. Okay? So those are the reasons I think we're in for a rare weekend pump. Guys, if you got value, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing excellent. Hope you're able to take advantage of these moves in the market. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.